Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are doing something I have been wanting to do for a really long time. So one of my favorite series right now is RWBY. If you haven't checked it out, it's an awesome animated series over on Rooster Teeth about some kick-ass huntress girls that beat up these evil things called Grimm, and they're kind of like this amalgamation of darkness and hatred and skeletons, and usually a lot of them are based off of mythology or lore or some type of creature that exists within mythology or folktales. So I thought today it would be really fun for us to make our own Grimm based off of monsters from folktales. So two of them that are already in the show are the Nuckelavee and the Beowulf. One is from a classic piece of literature and the other one is a mythological creature. So I thought we could tap into some different mythological animals and make them awesome Grimm. So today I'm gonna have the Twitch community send me a couple of different ideas for mythological creatures that we can make into Grimm. I'll put it in a straw poll and we all will vote. So if you guys would like to join in any other future Monster Mashes or Twitch live draws, make sure to go follow me at twitch.tv/KMcCaigue. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, Twitch community, send me your suggestions on what creature we should make Grimmified. Okay, so the Twitch chat has voted, and it was between a cockatrice, a kraken, a kelpie, a wendigo, and a manticore, which are all awesome options. So let's see what they picked. We got a kraken! Holy crap, this is gonna be cool. So it's just gonna be this giant, octopus Grimm creature, which I don't think I've seen a lot of water Grimm yet. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the only one really we've seen is the long water dragon. So this is gonna be cool. I'm excited to do a water-based Grimm. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is jump in and do a couple of concept sketches to try to figure out how I want to Grimmify this thing, and then we will go into the final drawing after that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I finished the rough sketches for the Kraken Grimm, and I am so excited to start this one. As soon as I started sketching and adding all the elements to make it look Grimmified, I got super excited. So I think for me, I'm gonna go with, I don't really have a circle, but this design down here. I really like all the extra spines and spikes and things, and you guys know I love drawing horns with my horn fetish, but it works. Grimms usually have spikes or horns or extra skeletal bits and things. So I think I'm gonna go with this first design, but I also really am digging different elements from this one, especially the center eye idea. So I think I'm gonna take the base design of this second one and add a couple of elements from this third one, and then we should be really set on the Grimm design overall. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and do a finalized sketch, and then we will do the line art and color, and then we will be done. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so after we nailed down the initial rough sketches, I jumped in and did a new pose for this guy. I actually really liked the initial rough sketch pose of kind of the tentacles going all around and showing off and all that, but I thought about that and I'm like, that will have to be 100% underwater piece, which I'm not against. But for this one, I really wanted this Kraken Grimm interacting with something else from the RWBY world. So at first we were going back and forth on Twitch about should we do one of the ships or a boat type of ship from RWBY, and I was like, I feel this Kraken would be really big and really intimidating, and there would be something extra special about it. So I thought, if he's huge, he could probably grab an airship. Why stop at just like boat ships, but he could get a whole-on airship? And for any of you who have seen RWBY, this is one of their larger aircrafts. So this guy is massive. If you compare it to the aircraft itself, this Kraken is huge, which I really wanted because, you know, in the original myths and folk tales, these Krakens are just giant and can just take down and obliterate these big wooden ships. So I thought in the RWBY world, I think it'd be really cool if this was kind of one of the, I forgot what the term is for it, but in RWBY they have regular Grimm and then they have other Grimm that have lived longer and learned from their experiences and basically have just survived and have grown wiser, older, and stronger. So I'm thinking this could be one of those type of Grimm. It's just been around for so long because not everyone just goes out into the ocean in this world, and probably no one is really expecting or anticipating this giant Grimm to pop out of the sea and just grab them. So I could see this one living for quite a long time. And with that would come probably a lot of experiences of destroying boats and ships, so it probably has this thing down to a science. But yeah, this guy was super fun, and I actually found the ship to be the hardest part. As some of you know, organic things are my strong suit. I feel I'm a lot better at animals and people than I am at machinery. Machinery is actually one of the harder things for me. I've noticed like anything with kind of, I guess you could say, straight lines, I always feel I don't do quite well at and I struggle with. I know I've tried doing Gundams and other things, and when I was younger, I used to draw Zoids. I fucking love Zoids. And so when I try to do it now, I think I just kind of cease up and don't really know what to do. I know I should probably start trying to practice it and do it more because I do really like those type of mechanical characters or ships or, you know, motorcycles or anything like that, but it's really not my strong suit, and I'm in that vicious cycle of, since I'm not good at it, I shouldn't draw it, but if I don't draw it, I won't get good at it. So maybe in the future we'll do like a video of me studying mechanical things because God, I need to practice it. So I did rough it out here in this line art phase, at least the ship, and I know it looks basically like the reference photo, but I had to kind of use that since I'm not really strong at mechanical stuff. I couldn't picture and wrap my mind around how to turn the ship to make it a little different, but I did kind of try to add my own flair to it and do my own thing. I didn't want to trace it exactly, so I did just look at the reference and made it on my own. And with the line art done, I jump in and start doing the base colors, and this was kind of a multi-step, I guess, jumping around coloring phase. So I wanted to make sure to get the water in so I knew where it would be hitting the creature in comparison to where the color is. I still wanted to color basically the whole thing in, but I also had to keep in mind how the water was like affecting the creature and how the creature was affecting the water. So I wanted to kind of have both ready and started when I started painting. And again, I think I say this at the end, I really would like to practice more on my water because it's hit and miss. There's sometimes I really like nail it, but I know like, I guess turbulent waters or seas or oceans or anything like that are kind of a weak point. I've done it before where like a waterbender is manipulating water, and I feel that one turned out pretty okay, but that's an old piece. So I need to try it again and really dig my teeth into doing maybe some water studies. Like I could probably do like a ocean painting and like really look at a picture of the sea and of the waves and practice it. I just have a very long list of things to practice eventually. Like I try to purposely put them in my pieces as well, just because with doing my full-time job and YouTube, I usually don't really have time to just do studies. Like I purposely try to do them when I can. Like over the weekend, I went with my husband. He took me on a surprise date to the zoo, which was really nice, and that's a great opportunity for me to study and draw animals. And I enjoy it because I like drawing animals. And then in my pieces here on YouTube, I purposely try to do backgrounds or things that I'm not comfortable with to try to push myself to create something. So even if it doesn't turn out perfect for you guys and it's not like this amazing, immaculate piece, it's still a good stepping stone for me. And for anyone out there who's kind of struggling with some aspect of their art, I'd really encourage trying to put practice with things that you like. So for this one, I don't like painting water, but I love Grimm and I love drawing monsters. So I wanted to make this cool atmosphere for this monster and for this Grimm, so it forces me to try my best at painting the water. So I would try kind of mixing and matching what you love to draw and what you don't like to draw, because then it just kind of gives you, I guess, something nice to do while you're suffering through painting water like me. So that's what I'd recommend if you need practice on anything. So for this part, I'm just going in and I'm doing all the base colors for the bones compared to the skin of the Grimm. Well, skin, I guess. So Grimm are basically usually all black, and they have a bony texture to them, and sometimes kind of like chunks of what looks like skeleton or I don't know what you'd call it, but it's just like spikes or not corals, but they're just like little bits of what look like bone just around their whole body. So I did that throughout this whole Grimm, and I also made its suction cupper things the white, because I know they wouldn't be made out of bone, but it was a nice little pop of extra color against that black skin. And then they also have, later on, you'll see me pencil it in, but they have red accents along the different parts of the bone, usually on the face, and then really amazing glowing red eyes. And I love, especially in season 4, how they have incorporated, well, 4 and 5, yeah, I think 4 and 5. But yeah, so in RWBY Volume 4 and 5, they added in these really cool eye effects to the lighting of the characters, or the Grimm themselves. Like the red eyes now tend to leave a light trail behind them and glow really amazingly. And they've also released a lot of really cool Grimm art in general, especially on their merchandise. Like, guys, I am a hardcore big Rooster Teeth fan, and I have had not enough money to buy all the exclusive merch, especially for Halloween. They have so many cool Grimm shirts, and I've just been eyeballing them longingly, and I'm like, I know they're limited edition, maybe I should just get one. So maybe when I get paid, I'm just gonna buy like one shirt, because they're really, really cool shirts. And they're actually by an artist I follow. He's amazing. He does the Pokemon in realistic style. I know a lot of people do that, but he was one of the main forces behind that, and I think that helped gain a lot of his popularity. And he also does some amazing Tyrannosaurus Rex paintings and dinosaur paintings. He's just a really, really cool artist. If you guys want to look him up, it's his name is RJ Palmer. I got to meet him at Anime Expo years ago, and that was pretty cool. But man, his paintings are spectacular. So if you want to check out a really cool artist, really recommend looking at his stuff. He's just amazing. His creature design is so cool, and all his character designs and painting skills, it's just goals, 100% goals. So with all the base colors done, and I think I already jumped in and did the shading, I went in and added some extra effects with some different glow effects and just different overlays, and then I also went in and started adding the background. I wanted to make sure it looked like a stormy, turbulent sea, so I added some clouds in the background, and I tried something different with my framing. I usually don't paint the entire background of my paintings, at least on this canvas, like the 11x17 canvas. I do sometimes. It's just for these YouTube videos, I tend to keep the backgrounds a little bit smaller just because of production time for me right now. And I tried this new idea with framing, and I think it turned out pretty interesting. It kind of looks like a little, I don't know, a silhouette around it. No, that's not the right word. Either way, it's a cool little background. Just this nice little oval shape that I kind of faded. I really like how that looks, and it's something that I haven't done before, so it was really interesting to try. And then, at least for this water part, I got some feedback from a couple of my art friends to tell me like what to do with the water, because I really wasn't liking how it was looking. It kind of looked more like clouds. It probably doesn't help that it's grabbing an airship, but I was just really struggling. I'm like, guys, this doesn't look like water, please help me. So I got some feedback, and I just finished cleaning it up, and we will be done here in just a minute. But I really like how it turned out overall. The water was a lot of fun, even though I hate it, but I think my favorite part was obviously painting this Grimm. I haven't done it in so long, and it was so much fun. Alright guys, and we are all done with this Grimm piece, and I had a blast. Like I said before, Grimm are some of my favorite monsters in my current favorite series, RWBY, and if you guys haven't watched the series, I really recommend checking it out. You guys can go watch it over on Rooster Teeth. I'm not sponsored or anything, but the premiere is coming up this week, and I think you can catch up on the other volumes also on YouTube. So I'd really recommend checking it out. I really love the series, and I love how this Kraken turned out. He was a lot of fun to figure out how to Grimmify, and I made him extra big. So as you can see, he's grabbing onto an airship instead of just a normal ship, because I could just imagine with how big he is, he could probably just like fling a tentacle out and just grab an airship and just destroy it. So overall, really love how this works. I still think I need to work a little bit more on my water and background, but I think this was a pretty good attempt. And another thing, if you guys would like to see how I made this and the layering effects that I did on everything, you can go support me on Patreon, and this will be the Photoshop file of the month. So make sure to stop by patreon.com/KMcCaigue if you want some cool behind the scenes access, Photoshop files, or sketch postcards sent to you every month. So thanks again guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video, and if you aren't already, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every week, and I'm excited to do another Grimm in the future, so make sure to also go follow me on Twitch so then you can participate in the next future Grimm drawing. So thanks again guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody.